Title screens aren't usually what people care about, given the fact that we skip them just to play the game. But today, I think we should give them a chance and get to know some of them. What makes them good? What makes them appealing? Do they detail or hint at anything that connects to the game? Do they even match the tone of their game? In this video, I'll be reviewing each and every Legend of Zelda title screen and analyzing each to see if it's good and if it actually matches the game's theme. Sometimes Nintendo just brushes over this aspect and works harder on the actual game, but other times they really cook up some beautiful scenery, so let's get into it. Starting off with the first entry of the franchise on the NES, this is kinda lame. The screen fades in, and it seems the only things animated are the blinking triangle behind the Zelda logo and this waterfall. This isn't too bad as the music is nice and fitting, but the background could use a bit more detail instead of just being one color. Wait a second, the whole ground layout of this game is one color. That actually means that this fits. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. For Zelda 2, we get a sweet starry night with animated stars in the background, a foreground of a sword on a rocky mountain, and a midground of animated water. Matching the music, the title text slides up from behind the water to just above the sword. This title screen definitely doesn't match the game because the game is not pleasant, trust me. So I'd prefer the title screen to show something anger-inducing to hint at the difficulty of this game. So to review, it looks pretty, the music is charming, but it doesn't really match the game. However, at the very least, the title is animated, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Now for a animation, finally. The music is beautiful and fitting, and the beginning transition is solid. However, I will complain that once the animation is done and the music stops, it's kind of just a stable image with the only animation being the shine of the text. Good build up, but horrible execution at the end. 8 out of 10. Link's Awakening. You're telling me they have more animation for a Game Boy game? Why is Nintendo like this? The cutscene displays Link on a boat, struggling, and then Marin walking on the beach to find Link on the ground. The visual then pans to Egg Mountain, and with the music starting up, reveals the title. Beautiful. Amazing scenery for a Game Boy, catchy music, and bright colors. You know, unless you're playing on the Green Boy, which I suggest you don't. You know, that looks disgusting. Ocarina of Time. At twilight, Link is shown riding his horse, the music and the horse steps sounding in symphony, and the fade-in of the title, with the press start delayed a little bit longer. The camera changes angles many times, encapsulating the lovely and empty world of Hyrule, and then it fades into the woods, where Link's journey begins. I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It has beautiful scenery, good animation, a wonderful tune, and it matches the game almost perfectly. Majora's Mask. I don't know about this one. I'd like to say that at the beginning, it expresses comfort and relaxation, and you know, it converts to the evil and scariness of the night. But it's kind of just too slow of an intro, and it doesn't really reflect the shortness of the game. Like, we only have 4 dungeons in this game, and you're telling me the title screen lasts longer than any of them? However, on another subject, I will say that having the scary moon and Majora's Mask in one frame while displaying the title screen pretty much matches how the game is gonna feel. But I'd like the focus to also be on Link. You know, this is kind of Link's game. So, to review, does this match the wackiness of the game? Yeah. Does it express the mood? Of course. But is its duration in accordance to the game? No. For that, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's kind of creepy, which is good, because that matches the mood, but it's too long. Both Oracle games, I believe, have similar startups. It begins with Link riding in the sunrise, or, you know, in normal daytime, and striking a pose in front of the castle. The game then transitions to the inside of the castle, where 8-bit Link acquires the Triforce and teleports to the title screen. It displays a big tree and pans from the bottom to above it, and then the title is flashed into existence. The music used here is kind of overused, and the only animated thing is the blinking press start button, so I'll give both a 7 out of 10 for the build-up. 4 Swords. Dude, this one is so lame. You know, the animation for the text is cool, but like, dude, the background is just too lame, okay? It doesn't move at all. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. The Wind Waker. I think I should just skip this one because I have too much of a nostalgic bias. I mean, can you blame me? Look at this. Dude, beautiful visuals, the fade or slide in of the boat, the title transition, the amazing music, and the background visuals of Outset Island, you know, Link's home. It all makes for a lovely title screen. Dude, this would make a really good screensaver, dude. I just wish I knew how to set that up. 100 out of 10, okay? It's off the scale. For the 4 Swords Adventures, the introduction is insane. You got the 3 slashes and then the oh, it's so good. After that, the title screen does look kind of ugly, but with that animation, dude, and this music, ooh, definitely a 9 out of 10. The Minish Cap. It was short, but I'm not mad at it. The background is slightly animated, the transition was nice, and the music is cool. I actually didn't give it a rating. I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. I think this next one is hands down the greatest of all. Link is horse riding again, and this time with some angelic melody playing in the background. And the sun and the twilight are gleaming on the atmosphere. And all of it builds up for the transition to my favorite thing, the Sigma Wolf howling at the castle. Not only is this Sigma, but even without the brain rot, this is still beautiful. 1,000 out of 10. Phantom Hourglass. My man Link is enjoying life out here. Look at him, he's so happy. This has to be the pinnacle of adventure or something. The visual pans to the sky and fades in the text, which is pretty nice. I think it did that already for Oracle of Ages, but hey, it's fine. We don't have to be original. I also really like the music, you know, it hypes it up a lot. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Alright, next up is Spirit Tracks. Known for its amazing music, this already has me nodding my head. We're shown Link conducting a train and a ghost version of Zelda flying around. You know, Link just looks content, you know, and so does she. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10 for the visuals, music, and the happy vibe that it gives off. Skyward Sword. Dude, this title screen is lame. This came out on the Wii, by the way. Next up is A Link Between Worlds. It has that animation at the beginning, but you know, it's kind of unoriginal, bro. You know, A Link to the Past did it first, pal. While unoriginal, this game did it better with the background. And it also has higher music quality, so I'll give it a 9 out of 10. For Breath of the Wild, after starting up a save file and then, you know, exiting and coming back, this is what we have. We got this little animated background, which changes the photo or whatnot. And there's also like a really nice user interface on the right side just to choose whatever you wanted to do. I like it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I just wish that it was like not still images. I wish it was like actually animated things in the background, but it is what it is. Now I know I already did Link's Awakening, but this is the remake from 20 years later, and as you can see, it's practically a different game. The cutscenes enact the same thing, but the visuals are so crispy. Dude, 10 out of 10. This is true beauty right here. Now, for the final title screen. Finally, we can see the true evolution of Zelda. What is this? Dude, this is just a disappointment, dude. There's no music, and there's just like these like wispy stuff in the background that doesn't even matter. Dude, have we really gone this far backwards? How did the first entry in the franchise do better just by having music? I would also like to mention that the lack of color here too just makes it even worse. Do you have no soul, Nintendo? 4 out of 10. Okay, this is worse than the first one. Honestly, you know what? Maybe I should just give it a 1. Screw the scale, I'm mad at this. Alright, now that we've seen everything, I think it's safe to say that we know what it means to have a good title screen, and also what it takes to make one that sucks. Considering most of these title screens were on consoles with visible pixels, it's not even updated graphics that affect its quality. It's the animation, the colors, the images, the panning, sometimes cutscenes, and lastly, and most importantly, the sound effects and the synchronizing of music. For my top 2 picks, I definitely have to go with Twilight Princess and the Wind Waker HD, just because of all the beautiful background visuals and the colors. Dude, ooh! But if we're talking specifically for the Pixel games, I would choose the Oracle games and also Link's Awakening. You know, they just have the best cutscenes, which is crazy considering, you know, the SNES and NES, you know, have better operating systems. I don't understand why they wouldn't make cutscenes for that. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you all in the next video where I probably discuss something also unimportant. Also, I'd just like to mention, thank you all for 1,000 subscribers. I'm so glad to have you all here with me. And I would just like to say I am making a 1,000 subscriber special. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer, okay? Please bear with me. Goodbye.